Hello, welcome. This is the teaching studio of Digital DJ Tips, and today we're looking at a brand new feature in Pioneer DJ's CDJ-3000 players, which is called StreamingDirectPlay. And StreamingDirectPlay lets you log in to your Beatport Pro or Beatport, I think it's called Advanced account, and DJ directly on Pioneer DJ's Pro DJ setup in any DJ booth anywhere in the world, as long as it's set up with the proper Pro DJ link, including an internet connection. Lets you DJ simply by logging in directly from your Beatport account. So as long as you've got a Beatport account, you've got playlists in there, you've got stuff in there that you would DJ with, then you can now do it here without needing to do it on a laptop or anything like that. Now this has existed for quite a while in other systems, like for instance Engine DJ that works with the Newmark Mixstream Pro and Denon DJ's Pro DJ gear and so on. But this is the first time that such a feature has appeared in Pioneer DJ gear. And the reason that that is important is that if this is in the Pro DJ booth and it's a click away for Pro DJs at clubs and festivals and so on, it means that streaming music is becoming more acceptable and becoming more mainstream and is likely to get used by more people. It's a tipping point in this whole idea of whether you need to turn up with your own music or play from streaming services. So again, it's Beatport only at the moment. It's in the CDJ-3000s only at the moment from Pioneer DJ, but this is the first time you've ever been able to DJ with Pioneer DJ's equipment using Beatport without a laptop. And in today's live lesson, I'm going to show you how it works. So you do need the CDJ-3000s. You do need to upgrade them to the version 3 or above firmware, which I've done on these. And once you've done that, when you hit source and when you have a USB plugged in of your own, you will see as one of the options, Beatport. And that's what you can see here. So my options here, I've got my cloud library here because I'm using Beatport Cloud as well, with Dropbox for my own music. I've also got a link to this laptop that you can see here because this is all networked together. My laptop's on the network as well, so it's another way of DJing with CDJs. And I've also got the USB itself, just the standard USB here, which is all the music on this USB, which you can see here on the screen. But the new one is the Digital DJ Tips Beatport account that you can see here. So you will see this, and you can click on it to go there. Now, when you first load this up, it will ask you to log in. It'll give you a little login screen here. You'll have to get your phone out, dig out your username and password for Beatport. I keep mine on my phone or my little password manager. Type it all in here using the on-screen keyboard. It's really fiddly. I can't see DJs wanting to do that in the Pro DJ booth. So I think Pioneer DJ needs to fix that. So the way it works now with its cloud DJ service, this here, is that I can log into this just because the USB drive knows that this is my cloud. So this is all coming from Beatport. This is all my, sorry, I'm confusing you. This is all coming from Dropbox, right? So this is all my own music here. And it logs in automatically. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to put in a username and password in. And that's pretty cool. That's because on the software itself, I've prepared all of this beforehand, and then when I'm getting ready to DJ and preparing all my music here, when I export to that USB, I say I want to use this with my Dropbox. Allow me to do it when I plug that USB in. For some reason, you have to have a USB plugged in to use Beatport. And I think it's because it saves any cues and loops you add to the USB for next time. But if you don't have a USB plugged in, then it won't let you even log into Beatport and DJ from it. So just to know that. Yeah, so I'd like them to see, at least maybe when you log in once, the first time you log in here, with this, yes, you might have to put your username and password in, but every time you plug that USB in again, I would like it to recognize the fact that you have plugged in the same USB and save the username and password encrypted or something on here, because every time you unplug that and put it in again, you've got to put your username and password in again. The good news is though, once you've done that, over on all the CDJs, you'll get the Beatport ability to log in and DJ. So you could have 4 CDJs here. It'll be on all of them because of course they are Pro DJ linked together. They've got Ethernet in the background controlling them all. There's another good feature that this brings you as well, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So once you've done that, it's honestly a little bit boring because it's completely exactly as it would be DJing with your local music. So on here, once we're in, we've got our Beatport Top 100 here. We've got our Beatport genres here. So I'm on the Amapiano here, and here's my genre list here. You can see you've got your BPM and you've got your key for all the tracks. And you just click on the track you want to play. Let's say I want to play that one there. Click on it. It will load onto the deck. Now, one of the downsides of this, you can see it loading there, is it does take a little while. So now it's loaded the track. I can actually start playing it, but it's taking a little while for it to analyze and load the waveform as well. So this does take a few seconds, even on a fast internet connection. But look, once it's finished, it's finished. There we go, we're there. This track is in my system, ready to DJ with. And everything that you normally do, you can do. You've got your key, you've got your BPM, you've got your track analysis, you can use your key sync, you can use your key shift, you can use cues and loops. Again, they're saved onto here for every track. It's very easy when you're DJing with one track to go straight back here and to listen to other tracks. And the way you do that is by using your headphones with a compatible mixer. This is a DJ MA9. You can also do it with the V10, with the Nexus 900, the 900 Nexus Mark II, because they've all got Link Q. And Link Q is a button that takes the audio when you tap on here down the Ethernet cable at the back. Doesn't go down the audio cable, goes down the Ethernet cable, and it puts it straight out of your headphones. And that means that you can hear it, but you'll never, ever, ever play anything you touch on the preview waveform here to your audience, so you're completely safe. So as long as you've got the Link Q button pressed here, then anything that you do, pressing previews here and so on, will play through your headphones. When you tap on there, it will come through your headphones here, which obviously you can't hear because it's coming through my headphones. And so Link Q is really good because it means that on the same player, you can listen to something that you're also playing. I'm pretty sure it works on the same player. I'll fess up to you, I haven't checked that. But nonetheless, Link Q does work across the players when you are DJing with Beatport, which is cool. Now, there are other advantages here as well. It's very easy to switch between what you're playing. So while you're DJing here with this track here, which is loaded onto my deck here, I can quickly go to another player and I can use the same source, or I can use another source, I can use my USB, I can use my own cloud music. The way I see DJs using this is not just suddenly DJing from Beatport in the cloud, because there are downsides to it as well. One of the downsides is that your track filter doesn't work. If I press track filter on here, it just says track filter unavailable. That's because for track filter to work, for track filter to say which other tracks are in the same key and a similar BPM and same genre and stuff, it needs to have downloaded and analyzed them all. And it's not downloading and analyzing all of these tracks in the background. It's just getting the metadata. When you want to download one of these tracks, for instance, to preview it, it will start to give you a little waveform to show you it's downloading. And then that's now ready for me to preview, but also I can now load it. But this means that it's not going to download the whole playlist. It'd be nice if it did that, because especially when you're on your own playlist. I've got no playlist in here because it's a test account. I might say, all right, here's a playlist I want to play off Beatport, download them all for me, because you've got a USB drive plugged in anyway, so why not just download them and cache them on there? I'd like to see that added as well. So there are a few things missing. So you haven't got your track recommendation and stuff like that. One thing you can do though is add tracks from here to your, so I'm going into here now. It will take a little while to load these, to add tracks from here to your tag list. So I can go through and say, I want to play these, I want to play these. And then I've got my tag list there as normal. However, the tag list can't be across different sources. But it is easy to switch sources when you're DJing. It takes one click. So you can play a DJ set. And I think, as I say, DJs are going to use this. They're not going to DJ directly from Beatport, like, and not do anything else. This is the way I would use this. I would have my set for tonight on my USB drive, like same as I've always done, same as all DJs have always done, right? I would then, because I'm using CloudDirectPlay, which is the Dropbox way of having your library on your phone and on lots of computers and on CDJs and so on. Because I've got that, I've also got, as well as the stuff on my USB, I've got access to all my music in Dropbox. So I'd have that in case there's tracks that I forgot to pack for today's set and put on my USB that I actually quite want to play. And then I'd have Beatport in the background just in case. They double the length of my set and they say, just do what you want, you're smashing it. And I've got a folder of new songs I haven't listened to on Beatport that I reckon I'm going to like. Well, then I can start dropping those in as well. Or Beatport's great if there's something that's brand new that you haven't got yet and you know you're going to want to play. You know, it came out on the Friday that you're on your way to your gig, and now you can grab it and play it. And you can even preview it as well to check that it's the version you want and so on. So I think this is a really nice addition. As I say, they're not the first to do it. This has already been in Engine DJ for a while, but and of course it's only Beatport, there's no beat source, there's no Tidal, there's no SoundCloud, and it's only on the CDJ-3000s. I think they'll add this to the Quad, the Opus Quad, pretty soon, because it's got the same tech inside as the CDJ-3000s. I also think we'll see other streaming services added soon enough as well. The importance of this, apart from the fact they've made it quite easy to use, I like it, I'm impressed with the way, how simple it is. The importance of this is, as I said at the beginning, it's a watershed now. It's now, you're literally a username and password away from logging into your Beatport account. Most DJs have got a Beatport account. A lot of DJs are experimenting with Beatport Streaming. So as long as you've got one of those Beatport Streaming subscriptions, you can just log in from CDJs. And most good clubs now are putting in Ethernet, internet via Ethernet to all the players. So once that's in, there's no reason why you wouldn't use it. You know, it's only going to take one DJ to show another one at a festival and they were like, wow, I want that as well. And literally, as long as you can look up your username and password, hey, it's there for you. So I see this being a little bit of a tipping point with the acceptance of streaming in the Pro DJ booth. It's quite exciting. More to the point, it's quite easy to use. Right, so this is a live lesson. You're probably watching the recording, but the beauty of these live lessons is that over here on the computer, I've got all our students and subscribers ready to ask what are always extremely useful questions, covering things that I haven't covered and also asking things that I haven't thought to answer. So watch on for that. And if you are watching the recording, as you probably are, because most people end up watching the recording of these things, you can still ask questions underneath on YouTube and Facebook, and my team and I will get to you. That's how we roll here at the Digital DJ Tips DJ School. So let's do it. Let's head over to the live. Oh, and also there's a write-up of this over on Digital DJ Tips. So if you just head to Digital DJ Tips, you'll find an article that looks like this, where we cover it all. By the time you look at it, this video will be embedded in here as well. And there's also a review coming within just a few days, which will be linked to from this. So it's called StreamingDirectPlay. And here's a little tip, because I always like to offer these tips when we are showing you how to use our website. Go to the little magnifying glass at the top, type in what you want on our website. We have 5, 6, 7, 8,000 articles. I never remember what. Click search, and then any articles we have will come up there. So at the moment, we've just got the news piece, but there will be a review there very soon as well. And you can use this for anything that you want to search for. So you could search for Beatport or the name of a piece of equipment or whatever. It's all there on the website. Okay, let's do it. Let's go over to you. Dying to see what you've got to say about this. Hello, everyone. Let's do this. So firstly, a few early hellos to people who are here. Hello to Keshia in the Windy City, DJ Fat Tony, GM, Leroy, Shant Club. Hello to DJ Raffis, to Jerry, to Paul, who says, is it that time again? It is, Paul, that time again. And to Thomas, saying, wow. Thomas says, wow, Pioneer DJ trying to catch up with Denon, I see. Well, certainly is something that Denon DJ, or rather Engine, has done before. So yeah, they're catching up on that score for certain. You Don't Like My Music says, I always shell out extra for the high quality downloads from Beatport. Actually, I think I mentioned this, but I'll mention it again because it's important. If you're using the Beatport Advanced streaming plan, you can do what I just showed you, but you only get 128 kilobit per second AACs. Now they sound a lot better than 128 MP3s. So don't worry about that, but they're not top quality. If you want top quality, you need to be a subscriber to the Beatport Pro professional subscription for streaming, which will give you 256 AACs, which sound even better than 320 MP3s, which in our view are perfectly fine for DJing. Just to let you know that, and thank you for reminding me there to talk about sound quality. You Don't Like My Music. So this is from, let's grab some questions here. BeatLab. I have the 3000s, BeatLab over there on YouTube. Do I have to update my players? Yes, you do have to update your players. Updating your players is very simple. You go to the Pioneer DJ website, then you go to the CDJ-3000 support page. When you're there, you download the version 3 of the firmware. You put that onto a USB drive and unzip it if you have to. It's just one single file, put it onto a USB drive. Then, when it's time to update the firmware, you go to the player, you turn the player off, and then you hold down the in Q button and the reloop exit button, these two buttons here, you can see this hand here, those two buttons there. Hold those two down, turn it on again, and the screen will say update mode, firmware update mode. And at that point, you plug your USB drive in, the one that's got that one single file on it, and it will do the updating. It only takes a few seconds. Turn it off, go and do the same on the other one. When you're doing that, make sure you're not plugged into a network. Make sure just it's just the power cable going into the unit, so you don't confuse it. And that will update the firmware to version 3. And then as long as you've got a USB drive plugged into the unit, which seems to be important, you will see that Beatport source on there, and you can DJ from it. And by the way, I think it's saving your cues and loops straight to the USB drive. I did ask Pioneer DJ today, but the person who got back to me didn't want to give me a commitment on how it's doing it, so I'm still waiting for their tech people to tell me. But I'm pretty sure that's how they'll do it. So when you plug this back into your record box on your laptop, it'll probably remember all the cue information and the loop information for the streaming tracks, and I think that's how it's going to do it anyway. I will confirm that and make sure that that's put into the review. So yes, you do need to upgrade to the firmware version 3 for this to work. Hello to Baynard on YouTube. This one is from Mixmaster G, who's confirming that you do need the USB to cache the downloaded track. That's the reason. So you're caching the downloaded tracks, which is also would be a very nice way for it to download the whole playlist. If it's your playlist, I'd like to see that. Mixmaster G, if you know about where it's storing the cue information, will you let us know? Because Pioneer DJ haven't told me yet. No one wants to put their hand up and tell me. Yes, you do need to log into Beatport every time you remove the USB. No, I don't like that. They ought to be saving that on the USB so that you just get logged in automatically in the background. This one here is from... this is from a couple of you saying, what's the difference between Cloud Direct Play and Cloud Sync? Yes, okay. So there's really 3 things we're talking about here, of which this is neither of them. Don't worry though, very easy for me to explain it to you. The first thing that Pioneer DJ introduced for Rekordbox as a platform was Cloud Sync or Cloud Library Sync. This was a way of linking your personal Dropbox, or if you pay a big subscription to Pioneer DJ, they'll give you a Dropbox, a big unlimited one, to your Rekordbox library. And so your Rekordbox laptop would have on it your music, but there'd be a master collection in the cloud. And that means that if you log in at work, on your work laptop with Rekordbox, you can be working on your playlist and your cues and your loops, etc. When you go back home to log into your DJ laptop, they're all there. Even better, when you log into the Rekordbox app on your phone and start adding playlists and organizing your music, maybe even buying music, and also adding cues and loops and building what you're going to be playing later and all that. Again, all that shows on all the other versions of Rekordbox. So that's called the Rekordbox Cloud Library Sync. It's syncing anything you do to your library all around the place, and it uses Dropbox and a bit of other clever stuff as well. We won't go into that now. Now, Cloud Direct Play is this. Cloud Direct Play is when you're on the CDJ-3000s or the Opus Quad, you can then log into that library directly from a CDJ. This is my library in my Dropbox here, right? Direct from a CDJ, direct on a CDJ. So this is now another place where you can get into your into all the work you've done on your library wherever you've done it, right? So that's Cloud Direct Play. It's part of, if you like, the Cloud Library Sync thing we were just talking about. And this one we're talking about today, the Streaming Library Direct or Streaming Direct Cloud or Streaming Cloud Direct or whatever it's called, I forget, is the title of today's live stream. Streaming Direct Play, thank you. Streaming Direct Play, this is nothing to do with your own library, this is Beatport. So that's the difference between everything here. Thank you for asking, glad to clear that one up. Let's grab another live question. This one is from Lee, who says it would be really good if you could keep a login token or key for Beatport on your USB, and that's what's used to log in every time. Yes, I agree completely. That's what I was saying. I don't like this. I think DJs are not going to want to go up and press all those buttons in a crowded booth and try and log into their passwords. I don't know about you, but I have a long password for everything, so it's not like the name of my dog and the year that she was born or anything like that. Michael, this is a great question. Michael over on Facebook says, why don't Beatport and BeatSource combine to have the best of both worlds and pay one price? For those of you that don't know, Beatport is the electronic side of the DJ streaming family, owned by the same company that also owns Beatsource, which is the open format side, pop, Latin, hip hop, reggae, and so on. Why don't they combine to give you all the world's music, but designed for DJs in one place? I don't know. I wish they would. There's lots of talk in the industry that they might. I wish they would. Makes perfect sense. It's an artificial divide right down the middle, in my opinion. So maybe they will. Right, so let's, that's a great question that I'd like to see that. Can you preset loops in Rekordbox? And if so, how? Thank you very much. Yes, you can have what are called active loops in Rekordbox. I can't go into how to do that now because I'd have to completely go off the topic. However, it is a good segue into me letting you know that our Rekordbox Made Easy course is out literally, I think, in 3 days' time. It is completely updated for Rekordbox 6 and I've made the whole course. So if you'd like me to teach you everything you need to know about Rekordbox 6, not only what we're talking about here now, including the link mode to use with CDJs and all that stuff, but also everything about the performance mode, everything about Rekordbox lighting, everything about Rekordbox edit, everything about DJing with video on Rekordbox, all the new stems and a cappella features, absolutely every single thing in here and what they all mean, every single thing is covered. If you would like me to teach you everything about Rekordbox, and if you're a Rekordbox user, I strongly advise you either go and read all 15 manuals, yes there are 15 manuals, and learn them inside out, or let me teach you. Because if you don't, how do you know what to do if things go wrong? How do you know if there's features that other DJs are using that you're missing because you just haven't discovered them yet, right? This course is completely unmissable if that's you. So if you're a Rekordbox user, keep an eye out for it. It's out in a couple of days' time and there'll be a really nice saving for everyone who's on our list. And while we're just covering all this stuff, you can get on our list really easily when you're on the digitaldjtips.com website. Just click join at the top and it will take you to this page here. Enter your email address. We'll give you a copy of our book, Rock the Dance Floor, just for joining. Best-selling book on Amazon on how to DJ, but more importantly, you'll be on our list. It's free to join and we can let you know when we come up with cool stuff, like the new Rekordbox 6 Made Easy course, out unbelievably in 48 hours time. I say unbelievably because I've got 3 videos left to film for it, but I like to push things to the last minute. Right, okay, cool. Thank you for that question. Thank you for diverting me onto this subject. But let's get back to your questions about the Rekordbox feature that we're looking at here, which is it Cloud Direct Play? You know, sometimes you get a block. I think I'm going to have this block forever on this one, but I'm pretty sure it's called Cloud Direct Play. So anyway, got a Beatport on Rekordbox, that's what you need to. Beatport on CDJ-3000s, that's what we're talking about. StreamingDirectPlay it's called, StreamingDirectPlay. It is what it says on the tin, as an old advert used to say in the United Kingdom. Right, okay, more questions on StreamingDirectPlay. I'll try not to forget that. Does streaming disable internal recording like it does on the XDJ's XZ? Probably, you haven't tested that, but there's a licensing requirement to do that, so I'm going to guess it does. This is, by the way, there's questions being asked here that are not on this topic. Come back on Thursday. Any questions is on Thursday, same time, 3 p.m. London, 10 a.m. Eastern, and I can help you there. We've actually got this week and then next week, and then that's it till September. It's summer, yay! So if you want to ask questions, you want to be on these live streams, you've got one more week after this one left. So get your questions in early on Thursday and I'll try my hardest to help. Right, so this is from Chrissy, who says Pioneer slacking. I'm not sure how launching a feature that's going to help people is slacking, but anyway. Gerald, hi Phil. This time I'd like to say a big thank you. Oh, thank you, Gerald. I don't know why yet. Let's find out why. Gerald says, last year I bought your Serato course, but I never got into using Serato. I don't know why, but I guess it's just a personal preference. So I asked for a switch to the Rekordbox course and you guys changed my subscription without even blinking. Thank you for that. Gerald, you're welcome. And also, so you've also allowed me to segue into saying that anyone who's bought our previous Rekordbox courses will get our new Rekordbox 6 course within the next day or two, completely free, because that's how we roll. You always get the latest version of what you've bought from us. And also you get a lifetime guarantee. That's not actually true, it's a 1-year guarantee. But hey, 1 year, is pretty cool. You get lifetime updates. So look, we like to look after you guys and girls. Right, so Alan, hi Phil, I use the Pro subscription plan with Beatport, and I regularly like to listen to music on the phone app when I'm on the go, and simply put the ones I like into a playlist, and then I drop them into my prepare list on my Denon players. That way I can sort them into key and BPM to do my live sets. Good thinking, yeah. Good workflow there. Just also underlining the fact that this is also on Engine DJ and has been for a while, this feature we're talking about now. Never, says Don, has there been an issue with customer service with the Digital DJ Tips family. Thank you, Don. Philip, how well does Beatport compensate artists for streams? We know Spotify is pretty bad in this respect. I'd say better because Beatport is dealing with the smaller labels and it's independent from the majors. But I don't know that for certain, but I'm going to guess better. Right, so let's grab another live question. This one is from someone in Gibraltar who says, any jobs going? Because I'm guessing that you are here in Gibraltar. Oh no, you're not in Gibraltar. You want us to give you a job and just give you accommodation. Oh, Mark, thank you for the pitch, but no, we're fully staffed at the moment, Mark. Right, so questions about what we're talking about today, which is the new feature that lets you play from Beatport directly on CDJ-3000s. All you need is the latest firmware, version 3, and you need a USB plugged in so it can cache the music offline as you are clicking on it here. And you also need the whole thing to be networked with Pro DJ Link so you can use it on the other player or players, and also to get the internet in, which is of course what a router is doing here, what a switch is doing here, plugged into our router. Once you've got that, you can DJ with this new feature called StreamingDirectPlay. That's what we're talking about here. We've demoed it already today, so if you're catching us now, go watch the replay afterwards. We're now going to carry on asking questions answering questions about this stuff. There's just so much love going on for our courses. We are a DJ school. We do all this live free stuff, but we are a DJ school. DJ AD Foster, you guys have always been awesome when it comes to moving around courses or helping out with other issues. That's why I never hesitate to purchase. Right, so thank you for that. This is from DJ Filthy on Twitch, who says, good morning. I use Tidal, and again, we're talking about streaming here, so you use Tidal for your streaming, and I've always had to tweak so many things like volume and cues and so on. Yeah, there is a big gap between the quality of using streaming services on DJ Gear and using your local library. There just is. There's the speed of loading, there's the fact that the track filter doesn't work, but it's all based upon the fact that it's not downloading and analyzing everything in the background. I really would like to see that. I really would like to see the ability, for instance, on Beatport. All right, maybe on Beatport they don't want you to download, to go into the top 100 and just download and analyze the whole top 100. But then again, why not? But certainly your own playlists, right? Your own playlists on here, I don't see why it can't let you, especially if you're plugging a USB in anyway, let you download in advance on the player and analyze, maybe even get it done in the background, all your tracks so that they're all there, and it can then treat it really very much like a local library. I think that'd be really cool, but currently it's not part of the way it works. So do you think this is really worth it, says Mark, and do you think this is the next big thing? This is one big thing, and certain DJs will find this useful. I think if you are a professional DJ, it's really nice to have access to your Beatport. So for instance, you could be in the car on the way to a gig on Beatport. It's Friday night. New releases come in on a Friday. You can be going through Beatport, just having a quick listen in your headphones, like that one, add to playlist, like that one, add to playlist, like that one, add to playlist. You can get to the gig, you can open your Beatport, you can go to my playlist, load the playlist that you made in the car a few minutes earlier, bang, you're DJing with the brand new tunes that night, straight off Beatport. Haven't had time to download them, haven't had time to buy them, haven't had time to do your thing with them, but nonetheless, you've got the music that otherwise you might have missed. So as a tool alongside the other things that you've got here, your own music library, maybe accessing music from the cloud, and alongside that, I think it's pretty great. I like it. Right, so I think we're probably done now. No one seems to know exactly how it's going to save all the cues and have them next time, but I have tested it. It does seem to do that, so we'll add that to the review when we get it. But meanwhile, you've been watching the Digital DJ Tips live demo, look, question and answer on the new StreamingDirectPlay feature that has been added today at the time of recording to CDJ-3000s from Pioneer DJ, so you can use Beatport directly on CDJ-3000s. I suspect we're going to get BeatSource, SoundCloud and Tidal at some point on these. I also suspect it will come to the Opus Quad pretty soon, and in doing so it's catching up with the Engine DJ setup, which has had this for a little while for Denon and Newmark. But hey, now Pioneer DJ has taken a big step down that route as well. I hope you've enjoyed this live show. This has been Phil Morse here at Digital DJ Tips saying, get good, get out there, make the moments, and I'll see you on another one very, very soon. And remember, keep an eye on your inbox, because our Rekordbox 6 Made Easy course, the one that we've been talking about and making for months and months and months. We've even had Pioneer DJ here in this very studio talking about this stuff. It is all now done, and it will be live in a day or two. Keep your eye open for that. Till next time, bye-bye.